All right, so this week I wanted to take a slightly different approach to my weekly burning issues video. Um, a few years ago, I got quite friendly with a really interesting fellow. Who knows who he is? Doesn't mention his name. And he's a successful entrepreneur that has been um, he's probably in his 70s, I want to say, something like that. So he's a very experienced fellow, um, led a very full life, and he's got a lot of experience to draw upon. And we're chatting about various different endeavors that we were both embarking upon at the time. This is maybe, I want to say, 4 years ago, 3, 4 years ago. And he came round to my house for coffee and I think breakfast, maybe. And as he was leaving, he left with the most profound statement, of which I can't remember exactly word for word what he said, but it was something along the lines of this. He said, Charles, the next time we meet, I want you to think about and be able to articulate, are you an enabler, or the other word escapes me, but it's something like a doer, or someone that actions or executes, something like that. So, like an enabler or an executioner, something of that nature. And at 23 or so years old, I was like, well, it's interesting. I don't really get what you're talking about, but I'll think about it. And I thought about it for a bit, and nothing really either way. I thought I can fit into both camps here. I'm not entirely sure the relevance of the question, etc., etc. And now, more recently, I've started to realize that really I am an enabler. And that's helped to define what is a very cliche and maybe slightly cringy um, thing, but I don't really care, to be honest with you, which is my life mission. And that might change and iterate a little bit, but I don't think it'll move very far from this, which is simply to enable others to be successful. Now, successful means different things to different people, and rightly so. Otherwise, the world would be very, very boring. So, to give you an example, yesterday, two people independently of one another came to me and asked for help in creating and setting up a podcast. Now, I got such a buzz from being able to serve, to be able to enable, assist, help those other people. And the fact that they even came to me as someone that could help them, that is really interesting because that's what I'm looking to do. So with Allergy, with the Too Many Cooks podcast or YouTube show, I've started writing my grandfather's autobiography, interviewing on Zoom, and then I'll write it up for him. That was following reading my great grandma's autobiography. Very, very interesting, cathartic process for you and your significant other. I think it's very, very interesting to do. So, my question to you today is, what is your life mission? Are you an enabler? Are you an executioner? You can be both. Where do you get your thrill, your enjoyment from? What are the principles that underline everything that you do? And once you can define your life mission, everything else can flow into that. So, do I want to be hyper successful with Allergy, get to $1 billion status, have money at my disposal? Absolutely. But the reason for searching for that, for going after that, are very different to what they used to be. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't want the bespoke suit from Savile Row, that I don't want the Ferrari, that I don't want the beautiful house in the hills with the glass and everything else. I do, absolutely. But the crucial thing is I don't need that anymore. I've figured out how I can be content, happy, fulfilled, satisfied in the present, and at the same time be unbelievably focused and ambitious. The two things are not mutually exclusive. We're often told that they are, that ambition is an illness. I certainly was told that. Um, and I thought I could never be happy in the present because I'm always chasing after or going after something in the future. But let me tell you, that is absolutely wrong. I think the more that you can get comfortable, content, fulfilled, satisfied, happy, however you want to describe it, right now, the sooner you can start actioning your plan and consistently delivering every single day, which will lead to compounding effects and allow you to reach your goals. So have a great day. I really hope you got some value out of this video. And yeah, just think about what is your life mission. Thanks, guys. I'd just like to add a little kind of ending, shall we say, to the video, which is that I talked about wants, right? Things that I want to have, the Ferrari, the material stuff. But I think the important thing is just having few needs. So I don't need a Ferrari to make me happy. I don't need this nice house. I don't need all these things to be happy. That's the really important piece. And then in terms of the financial success and why I want Allergy to be a success, well, I'd love to be able to give people jobs that are actually meaningful, purposeful, that they love, they want to, that they have a thirst for, they have a passion for, and enthusiastic about. I want to be able to give charitably to people and companies and charities that have helped me along my way, and set up my own charity and foundation, that kind of thing. That's the driver now to becoming a millionaire, billionaire plus. It's not simply, as I say, self-serving, can I make loads of money to be on a rich list, as cool as that would be. But as I say, the two things do not need to be mutually exclusive. You can have a Ferrari, you can have nice watches, you can have nice material things and be philanthropic and be fulfilled and be a great person. We're led to believe that you have to be one or the other. You either pick money or you pick passion, purpose over profit. Not true. I think the real people and companies going forwards that will be super successful are ones that kind of weld and have a complete harmonious relationship between passion, purpose, and profit. And that's what we're going to do with Allergy. And it's going to be a great ride. And I really can't wait to share with you where we're going to go with it, and all the jobs we're going to create, all the wealth we're going to create, and be able to redistribute that in the best way possible. So watch this